show you how to create and play the major ninth chord, the dominant ninth chord, the minor ninth chord, and the add 9 chord. Okay, so 4 different chords here, and alright, here we go. It all comes back to making major scales, turning those major scales into chords, and then adding sevenths, and then now we're finally adding ninths. Okay, so if you don't know how to make a major scale, click here. If you don't know how to make turn the major scale into a chord, click here. If you don't know how to make sevenths, click here. But I'm going to go through it very quickly, so this should speed a lot of people through. Okay, so first you make a scale. So we're doing C chords, so let's do the C major scale. Great. So that is the C major scale. Then write degrees underneath. Okay, just like this, scale degrees: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty crudely written, I know, okay? But that is the C major scale. If we were just making a C major chord, a triad, all we would want is the 1, the 3, and the 5th degree. That would be it. If we wanted to make a C major 7th chord, then we'd want 1, 3, 5, and the 7th, okay? It's just that easy. So you'd want C, E, G, and B, okay? But where does the 9 come into it, okay? How do you get this magical number, the 9, or a 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th? Where do you get those numbers from, okay? Well, basically, once you've gone up to the octave, okay, so 1 being the first note, and then the higher C being an octave higher than the first note, you just keep going, okay? So you just keep going, continuing on in the notes that are in the C major scale, these notes here. So just as in D is the second, once you get up to the first octave, you just repeat again, and so the ninth is D. Okay, that's all it is. The ninth of a C major chord is going to be D. If you wanted the 10th, then you'd go with E. If you wanted the 11th, you'd go with the 4th, and so on and so on. You just keep repeating. It's really not that tricky. So that's how you would find out what actually the ninth note is. You want these scale degrees. You want 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. You don't want the others, you just want 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, okay? So that's how you do it. All you do is you make the major scale, you then write the scale degrees underneath, you then add the 9, which is just the repeated second, and then you highlight or underline or circle, whatever, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And that's the recipe of the major ninth chord. So let's get rid of the other notes, we don't need them. Once we've rubbed out the scale degrees that we don't want, right there is all the notes in the C major 9. So you could see it like this, C major 9. You could see it written like that, or you could see it like this, C, M, A, J, 9. That's it, pretty easy. So now I'm going to show you how to play it, and then we'll move on to the other chords. Show you the absolute easiest way there is to play C major 9. Now if you've got a normal C major chord there, okay, we're just adding in the ninth and the major 7th, okay? So here it is, here's how you play it. Just one finger. I'm going to show you, this isn't obviously how I'd suggest playing the chord, but just to show you, all you do is you put one finger, your first finger, on the 3rd fret of the A string, and then all the other strings below you can play open. And that there is C major 9. Now, obviously, if you're playing it properly, you just play maybe with your 3rd finger. But just to show you that all the other strings below are open, I was just playing it there with my 1st finger. So what you've got there is you've got the root, which is the C note, the 1 or the 8, however you want to think about it. Then next string, you've got the open D string. So that's the 9th. Then you've got the open G string. That's the 5th. Then you've got the open B string. That's the major 7th. And then lastly, you've got E. So that is the 3rd. So even though they're jumbled, the notes are jumbled around in different octaves, they're still all the right notes that are in C major 9. Understood how to do the C major 9, all these other ones I'll do a little bit quicker because it's just changing 1 or 2 things. Simple stuff. So now we're looking at C minor 9, okay? Now the minor in the chord, it's not saying that the 9th degree is flattened in any way. It's basically stating that you've got a minor or a sad chord with, on top of that, a 9th degree. Now I should specify, in this chord we're looking at the minor triad plus a minor 7th, or a flattened 7th, and then the 9th degree on top. Don't worry, it'll make sense. So again, start with the major scale. We've already got the scale degrees under, and what we're looking for is again 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So get rid of the other points. So if you noticed before, now that I've rubbed out the other degrees that we don't need, we haven't altered it yet, so we've still got a C major 9, but we want the chord to be a minor chord, okay? So first, to make the minor triad, you flatten the third, so E becomes E flat, and to flatten the seventh, you just take that down. So B becomes B flat. So there you have it. C, E flat, G, B flat, and D, the ninth, there you have a C minor ninth chord, okay? Easy. Now I'll show you how to play it. So here's how you play the chord. This is the shape. Okay? And I'm going to talk you how to play through that, okay? So firstly, you've got your second finger on the third fret of the A string. That is the first degree, that's the C, yeah? The minor third, or the flattened third, you've then got with your first finger stretched over to the first fret of the D string, okay? That's what we've got so far. Then your third finger is on the third fret of the G string. That's your B flat, which is your flattened seventh, of course. Then below that, you've got still, you sort of bar with your third finger. Then you've got on the third fret, you have the D note, which is the ninth. And then at the bottom with your pinky, you've got the fifth degree, the G note, okay? And there it is, that's C minor 9. So remember, flattened third, flattened seventh, and added ninth. Okay. So currently here we have the notes of a C major triad, yeah? 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Great, but remember we want the dominant seventh, not the major seventh. So we just flatten the seventh degree. So flatten the 7, and you get B flat. So that's it. That's the C dominant ninth chord. The dominant is saying that the seventh is flattened. Okay, it's just the same as if you made a dominant seventh chord. Only this version has the added ninth. And now I'll show you how to play. This next chord is very, very similar to the minor ninth chord, except, like the notes show at the bottom there, the third isn't flattened. So you've got second finger, it's pretty much exactly the same. It's pretty much exactly the same. Have a look at the chord. So that's the C dominant 9, or C9. And this is, watch my first finger, it just goes back a fret, and that's the third. So you've either got a major third or a minor third. So that's the third, and that makes all the difference. That's it. Seventh, so now we're doing C add 9, okay? Now the three chords we've done before, C major 9, C minor 9, and C dominant 9, they've all involved the seventh degree as well. Now all we do is for add 9, we take the seventh out, okay? So you're going to get 1, 3, 5, 9, okay? The octave up 9. And I'm going to show you how you do that. And just like before, for C add 9, we've written out the notes in the C major scale. Great. All we want, like I said, is 1, 3, 5, and 9. You don't want the 7. So get rid of the rest. Get rid of the 2, get rid of the 4, get rid of the 6, get rid of the 7. And look, a lot of the times you might play the 8 as well, but just from a theory perspective, I'm just going to show you sort of the blueprint of the chord, okay? That's it. That's all you have. So you've got the 1, 3, 5, and then you've added the 9, hence the name, add 9. You've added the ninth on top of that major triad. And the major triad of C is C, E, and G. And then just add 9. So let's play a C major chord, C major triad. Okay, you should all know that shape. All you do is you move the 8th degree up 2 frets to get to D. So here's the 8th, C, the high C. And then if you move it only 1 fret, you get C sharp, which will be a flattened ninth, but we want a normal ninth, D. So how would you play that? Well, easy. If that's how you play the C major chord, third fret, third finger C note on the A string, then second finger, second fret on the D string, that's the E. The open G string is your 5th degree, and then your pinky is the 9th degree. Guys, hopefully I kept it as quick as possible. If you enjoyed what you see, click like. If you want to subscribe and see more, click there. Otherwise, I'll see you again soon. Bye.